Hey guys, Greg here, Star Drifter Astrology, and welcome to another weekly update where we discuss and go through the main astrological themes for the coming week. So there's nothing short of astrological transits coming up for this current week. And after the excitement and all the events of last week, we will go through what we can expect. So this particular week, now starting today, the 26th of August, we enter the last quarter phase of the moon on its way around to making a new moon in Virgo. So we have another week or so to go through these energies, and I'll take you through the energies that are currently going on for this final phase, last quarter phase. We also have Venus entering Libra, its own sign, on the 26th of August, sorry, the 29th of August. Then we also have Mercury stationing and going direct on the 29th of August as well. Then we have the moon shifting signs through the zodiac every 2.5 days or so. And then we're going to have Uranus, the planet that was involved in the recent full moon at 27 degrees, squaring off to the full moon axis, goes retrograde at the end of the week. And then the next day, Pluto regresses back into Capricorn. So there's still a lot of changeable energies going around at the minute. So let's and this continues on. So let's see what we can expect to begin the week. So the moon enters its last quarter phase. So that's at 10:26 on Monday, the 26th of August. So we will have the moon at 3 degrees of Gemini, just up here, the sun at 3 degrees of Virgo. Now, these are the signs that are both influenced by Mercury. So with Mercury stationing to go direct, again, these two signs in particular, and this last quarter phase is very significant at this time. So we also have the moon here separating from a conjunction with Uranus. And it's actually separating from a trine from Pluto as well. So so the moon is still charged with this energy from Uranus, and it's about awakenings, freedom finding, revolution, moving forward, putting new ideas, getting the new ideas in your mind, working it out. And within the sign of Taurus there, it's about making it practical, making these things work. So it's about moving forward, seeing the future vision and trying to stabilize it. So the moon is carrying that energy forward. And as we can see here, the separating trine that it's making, it's just made as it entered the sign there of Gemini, it's trine to Pluto and Aquarius. So this is a transformational theme as well. So this is about going deep, probably into the recesses of the mind, figuring out where transformation can take place. So it's venturing into the underworld of the mental realms, so to speak. So you find some things in there, perhaps some psychological issues that you need to change, adjust, and so that you can move forward, complete this phase before starting a new phase. So there's plenty of time to think and process all this. So Virgo, because the sun is in Virgo, Virgo is the quest for excellence. Gemini, where the moon is, Gemini is all about, it's about curiosity, it's satisfying the mind. So it's seeking information, seeking knowledge that can support you on your current quest or your quest going forward. And Uranus Pluto there, it's reinventing and it's transforming as well. So the overall theme of this cycle, as we come towards the closing phase before the new moon. So this is about collecting all the skills that you have gathered and learned, putting them into practice so that your goals can be met successfully. So you also want to use, because this is the cycle of the moon where we have maturity and wisdom. So this is about using this knowledge, using this information, putting it together with your own maturity and wisdom and making the decisions to put the right things in place going forward. So that kicks off today in the last quarter phase. Now, on the 29th, Mercury is slowing down currently. Speed is slowing down. So you'll start to notice the retrograde themes with Mercury as well, to do with communication, thought patterns, technological things, technological, errors, things not working the way they should be working. So all those retrograde themes will be coming into play again as Mercury slows down in stations before it goes direct again on the 29th of August. And that's at 21 degrees of Leo. So then it will apply on its way and it resumes forward motion again. It will make a square, it will apply and square again to Uranus, which is part of a 3-hit cycle. And now eventually Mercury will go forward into Virgo again, its home sign, but it remains in its shadow period until the 5th of September 2024. So that's when Mercury has fully resumed, gathered momentum, and is resuming forward motion again. So going forward. So Venus, on the same day, Venus enters its home sign of Libra. And this is Libra is the sign of relationships. So let's go down to the themes. So this is relationships, give and take. What do you give in relationships and what do you receive back? If there's conflict, this is the time you can raise those issues to have resolution within, try and make peace in some kind of way. Possibly because Libra is the sign of justice, rules courts, lawyers, these kinds of things. So perhaps this is a time when you can find some justice, or you can see justice being given out, seeking some kind of balance, okay? So it's about giving and receiving. So you can look at this in terms of your own personal relationships. Do you give as much as you get, and vice versa? Are you giving more than you receive back? So these are things definitely worth considering. And if there's any issues come up, this is the time, because Venus will be providing blessings into all these communications that can be constructed in order to find some kind of balance, peace, and harmony. Okay. So it can also be Libra, Venus and Libra. This can be about conceding to something, to make someone else happy or to create a peaceful situation. Sometimes you need to concede, you need to give things up. So the aspect, whenever Venus enters Libra, it's making aspects to the 3 outer planets as well. So it's basically just left a trine there with the planet Uranus. It will have left, will have separated from its opposition to Neptune, and it will make a trine to Pluto. So as Venus is moving forward into Libra, an air sign, makes a trine, so it gives some blessing to Pluto as it makes its way back into the sign of Capricorn at the beginning of next week. So Venus is truly blessing our skies at the minute and making aspects here to the 3 outer planets, which all signify change and transformation. So we are receiving blessings here from Libra in her home sign in Libra. Peace, love, harmony, it's all coming through. So to end off the week, we will have Uranus going retrograde. And so this is review time for all the major changes that are currently taking place in the world. So this financial stuff, agricultural stuff, climate change, how we use the land, technology, how we use technology going forward as well. So major review time going forward. This will be until the end of January of next year, when Uranus returns to 23 degrees of Taurus. So from a personal point of view, how can we view this energy or see this energy? Where is it in your own personal chart? What is under review? Where are you trying to break through? Where are you trying to move forward? Where are you feeling stuck? Where can you potentially unstick yourself and move forward? Create more freedom in your life and try and reinvent something going forward. So these are themes that will occur going up until the end of January next year. So yep, then we will have the moon cycle, the moon going through the different signs. And keep in mind that we're working the last quarter cycle is we're coming to an end of something. It's a finalization before we begin with the new moon in Virgo again. So you can think of finalizing things off in terms of emotional issues, because the moon in Cancer is a cardinal water sign. So it's all about the emotions, your sensitivity to your own emotions, being protective. Who are you protective of? And are you protected yourself in your own current situation? Who do you care for, or who cares for you? There's home and family issues. So it's a really good time. When the moon enters Cancer, for the next couple of days, cook family meals, share meals together with those you love. But in a negative way, this can really highlight, shyness, fearfulness, or things to overcome of an emotional nature. But yeah, so that is the moon in Cancer. Then we will have the moon in Leo. So once you find comfort with your own surroundings, excuse me, then the moon moves into Leo, and we are back into the realms of creativity. So this is about your own personal creative expression, how you individualize yourself from the crowd by sharing your unique, talented gifts. So Leo energy can be very enthusiastic about what it likes to do. It can be warm, charismatic, likes to entertain. So it likes the nice things in life as well. So fun, recreation, and certainly bring up the themes of dating and romance. And that occurs if you're also in a relationship, not just a single people. Keep the dating and keep the romance going, make the energy light and fun. So it can also be about getting involved in sporting activities, especially things you enjoy doing, recreational activities which give you pleasure. And this is expressing your creative talents as well, whether it's through art, drama, singing, playing musical instruments, dancing, or even debating. It's all creativity, and it's very intuitive as well. Plus, it seeks recognition. So just be wary that you're not seeking recognition just because you are you and you deserve it. If you want to seek recognition, make sure you have done something that deserves that recognition. So the chart for Northern Ireland is impacted with this energy because Venus enters Libra in the 10th house. Mercury Station sextile the midheaven, which is the 9th house. And as we said, Venus in Libra will be providing blessings this week. So definitely in terms of relationships, this is where we will see our blessings. So we really want to be moving forward with those themes of peace and respect for others, harmony going forward. And then we have the Uranus retrograde at the end of the week in conjunction with the Northern Ireland Mars placement, which is quite problematic at the minute. So especially with all these all the racial stuff that's going on. So Mercury is up here in the, let me get my laser pointer back. Mercury is up here, will station 21 degrees megasextile to the Northern Ireland midheaven, which is also in Libra. So Libra rules the midheaven. Venus rules the midheaven in Libra. So this is positive for communications going forward between different communities. And in Northern Ireland, such a troubled past between the nationalist and the unionist community backgrounds. But now we have the race thing thrown in now as well. So perhaps we can make communications in some way moving forward so that everyone can be included and we can welcome diversity in society and everyone can live happily together in the ideal world. So we have the Uranus station here on Mars, and this Mars placement for Northern Ireland has been quite volatile of late. So we've had all the demonstrations and the to do with union action, industrial action, to do with pay disputes, and I think there's a lot of those still ongoing. But it's also been about the violence, and with Mars there conjunct Algol, the fixed star, which in a lot of terms can be seen as negative. It certainly has brought out the negativity in the working class in Northern Ireland, highlighted there by the sixth house. And the volatility of these two planets together, Mars and Uranus, can be extremely volatile when they're close together. Their energies are combined like this. It can be a very unpredictable energy. So we have a chance now with the retrograde here coming up of the planet Uranus, the outer planet. We have a chance to review all these things that happened. We can go back over and reconsider how we're going to move forward, how we're going to reinvent ourselves going forward. That's as the country, as a community, as a whole. So yeah, and then we have Venus in the 10th house, which is the 10th house is everything you can see. Now in mundane astrology, it represents the government. So it's possible there may be some blessings here in terms of how the government see all these situations that are going on and can maybe make some kind of action towards a more peaceful society going forward for everyone. So things worth considering as well, in relation to your personal horoscope, how does this energy affect you? How do these energies come into your own personal awareness, so to speak? So which house are these energies in your chart? Do these energies like Venus, Mercury, Uranus, do they aspect any planets in your personal chart, or do they activate any special configurations which can trigger personal themes in your life? So we're looking at personal planets and also angles. So that can be your ascendant and also your midheaven. Now, for personal consultations, I am available. So I can be contacted and found on Facebook, on Star Drifter Astrology, and here on YouTube. Simply comment. And I'm available for consultations. We can look at career, relationships, personal development, self-awareness, and forecasting. So feel free to look me up. And if you like these weekly updates, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel and to provide any comments or whatever going forward. So I wish you all the best and have a really pleasant and enjoyable week ahead. Until next week. Thank you.